So we're here at the range to talk about muzzle brakes and the effect they have on recoil. Most guys are thinking about the vertical component of recoil, that muzzle is going to jump. That's only part of it. They don't think about the big factor of left to right, and that's where it's hard to reacquire the target because you're bounced way off target, up and to one direction or the other. Really, you got to think about, as a hunter, reacquiring your target. So when that gun jumps, we want to be able to get back on the animal and either see if it went down and where to go find it, or maybe I got to put a second round on target. We don't always have the luxury of having a spotter doing that for us. So especially at LRU, we're really stressing to guys, you have to spot your own rounds. So that's where a muzzle brake's really going to come in handy. First, I'm going to show you a demonstration of how the rifle naturally recoils without a muzzle brake. So I got the string and I'm going to loop it around so that I can pull it straight to the rear, so there's no effect of a finger on one side or the other, and so that trigger guard doesn't smack my finger on the way back with that rifle recoiling. I just want it to recoil as naturally as possible, and then I put it on this blue tape so that from especially the bird's eye view I can really see which way that rifle is moving naturally. No muzzle brake on for this one. Let's see what happens. All right, so you can see that the barrel moved horizontally to the left. It's slight, but it's enough that's going to take you off target. And our goal is that the gun recoils straight to the rear so that we can keep our target in our sights. So now I'm going to show you the difference a muzzle brake can do, especially the Gunworks indexing directional muzzle brake. I should be able to just adjust this timing piece and screw it on the barrel, and we should be able to pull that trigger the same way, and it'll naturally recoil straight to the rear. Okay, so while I'm screwing this on, I'm looking at these little indexing marks, and we have numbers here so that you can remember where you put that point. And we're gonna put it right between the 5 and the 6 in this case. Okay, just like that. So the ports in the muzzle brake itself are designed to make that gas come out and basically get pushed up, which keeps the muzzle from jumping up as much. It's still gonna jump up, but not quite as much. And then you can turn it one direction or the other, obviously, to mitigate that left and right movement. So last time, without the muzzle brake on there, that rifle recoiled back into the left a little bit. Now what we're trying to do with the directional brake is time it so that it's going straight to the rear rather than off to the left. So now that we've got it on there, hopefully we've timed it right, and we'll check it out. Okay, that was actually pretty close. It recoiled pretty straight back. So the muzzle brake did a great job of guiding it straight to the rear, but you gotta think, when I put a human behind the gun, it's gonna recoil left or right again. And that's just body mechanics and your fundamentals. And then of course, what caliber you're shooting is gonna recoil even more. If you're a right-handed shooter, it's gonna recoil more to the left. If you're a left-handed shooter, it's going to recoil more to the right. So check out your indexing mark and memorize where it is set for you. It may not be the same for you as somebody else, because that gun is going to recoil a tad bit different on bodies type, fundamentals, whether you're bladed or straight behind the gun, things like that. But at the end of the day, what I wanted to show you is that a directional muzzle brake that you can index like this will help you stay on target and mitigate that muzzle jump horizontally and vertically, so you can stay on target or reacquire your target a lot faster. If you have one of these, make sure you're going to the range and you are customizing it to you. If you don't have one, make sure you go to gunworks.com, grab yourself one of these indexing directional brakes, and stop relying on your spotter. We want you to spot your own impacts. It's going to make you a better hunter.